School had just dismissed us for the exam break when my roommate begged me not to leave her alone in the dorm. She said she was scared and wanted to come home with me. Out of kindness, I brought her back with me. I had no idea that the very first night she would sneak into my brother's room, and by the next morning she was screaming that he had assaulted her. Because of that, my brother missed the exam and his reputation was ruined. When the school board found out, they expelled him. No other school would take him in. To keep me from getting involved in this mess at school, my parents had no choice but to let that roommate live with us. After that, she treated our home like her personal hotel, never lifting a finger, demanding that my parents wait on her every night, and even having them wash her feet. My brother dropped out and took up work at an illegal factory just to support her spending. Then one day, a machine crushed him at that factory. My parents, already exhausted and heartbroken, fell gravely ill and passed away soon after. I was consumed by hatred. In the end, I dragged the roommate who destroyed my family down into the flames with me. Even as I died, I still couldn't understand. What kind of bitter grudge did her family have against mine for her to ruin us like that? But when I opened my eyes again, I was back on the very day she asked to come home with me. Hearing the same request, the one that ruined my entire life, I did not hesitate for a second. I replied coldly, "Sorry, Steve's about to take the college entrance exam. We're not hosting any outsiders." My icy statement caused Marilyn's face to freeze over for a second. "Lizzie, how can you say something so hurtful? Aren't we best friends? How could you call me an outsider?" Did she finally remember that we were supposedly best friends? I had never once wronged her. From the very first day we met, I knew her family situation was dire. Her parents adored her younger brother and gave her barely $20 a month to live on. So I helped her however I could. I shared half my meals with her every day, saved and scrimped so I could buy her clothes and blankets. I even lied and told her they were just things my family did not need anymore, just to protect her pride. Yet somehow, I had earned a hatred so deep she ruined my entire family in my previous life. Witnessing her pitiful act, I forced myself to calm the rage burning in my chest. I replied nonchalantly, "That's the truth, isn't it? That's my home. You and I aren't related, so how are you not an outsider?" In my past life, the moment she looked the slightest bit hurt, I would rush to comfort her. However, I was not that same girl anymore. After everything she did, the fact that I was not already strangling her was me being calm. Marilyn's expression cracked. "Elizabeth Warren, what's that supposed to mean? You call me your best friend every day, and now I'm suddenly an outsider? Fine. If that's how you feel, I'll leave." With red eyes, she stormed out of the dorm. I let out a long breath as her figure disappeared down the hallway. Then, I packed up my things as fast as I could and took a taxi straight home. I did not bring her home, so that nightmare from my past life should not repeat itself, right? Steve would be able to take the exam the next day and would not end up dying in some horrible factory accident. I stepped out of the taxi with those thoughts haunting my mind. When I reached my front door and glanced up, I felt all the blood drain from my body. Standing right there at my house, smiling and chatting with Steve, was none other than Marilyn, the same girl who had run out crying from the dorm not even half an hour ago. When Steve saw me, he waved cheerfully. "Lizzie, you're back." I did not even know how I made my legs walk toward him. My voice came out dry. What's she doing at our house?" Marilyn hurried up and looped her arm through mine like we were joined at the hip. "Sheesh, Lizzie, we already talked about this, remember? You said you didn't want me staying alone in the dorm during the exam break, so you'd bring me home for a few days." Steve nodded with a smile. "Your friend came over to the senior building looking for you. She said you promised to bring her home but forgot because you were busy. So I brought her over." He flicked my forehead lightly. "How do you forget your own classmate?" My whole body went stiff. Of course, I could not explain the memories from my past life. Who in the right mind would believe something like that? They would think that I had lost my mind. Besides, I still did not know why she had done all those things before. Steve's exam